After the college entrance exam scores were released, everyone in the top class was admitted to Tsinghua, Peking University, and other prestigious 985 and 211 universities. To celebrate, my best friend suggested that the whole class sneak into the water park late at night and boldly jump off the 10-meter diving platform. In my past life, only I knew that the park had been closed and the pool drained. I desperately tried to stop my classmates. My childhood friend insisted on doing a tandem dive with my best friend, and I held on to him with all my might. In the end, only my best friend jumped and was crushed to death. My childhood friend was grateful to me for saving his life and treated me well in every way. After graduating from university, we got married. Soon after 10 months of pregnancy, I risked my life to give birth to his daughter. During my postpartum confinement, he forcibly pinned my hands down and strangled our daughter to death. Why didn't you save Xiaoqian? You had to viciously use those hands to stop me from jumping into the water, leaving me to live on in pain and guilt. Today is Xiaoqian's death anniversary. Go to hell and atone, both of you. He stabbed me 999 times. And I died in agony with deep resentment. He told the outside world that I suffered from postpartum depression and self-harm. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day my best friend suggested jumping into the water. This time, I'll grant you both a lover's suicide together. After the thank you banquet for teachers ended, the teachers, unable to stay up late, left one by one. The classmates chatted, drank, and ate meat until the restaurant closed late at night. As the party broke up, my best friend Xiaoqian suggested sneaking into a nearby water park to dive and continue the celebration. She knew a hidden entrance. The night was quiet, with only the occasional croak of frogs. Xiaoqian said excitedly, "When I count to 1. Let's all jump off the 10-meter diving platform together." Some classmates were scared. What? I thought we climbed up here just for a photo. Wouldn't a 10-meter dive be too high? How about we go down to the 5-meter platform instead? Yeah. We have no diving experience. Childhood friend Lu Sichuan sneered sarcastically, "You're all too timid." Everyone clearly agreed just now, so don't even think about backing out. Someone complained, but at the time, no one said it was jumping from 10 meters. Everyone thought it was jumping from the edge of a deep-water pool. Xiaoqian said disdainfully, "What's there to be afraid of? The water in the pool provides a cushioning effect." Lin Shiyue, am I right, hearing my name? I opened my eyes. My body was no longer covered in bloody wounds and agonizing pain. Before me was a familiar scene and conversation. In my previous life, I immediately stopped my best friend and all my classmates from jumping into the water. My brother happened to work at this water park. Last night, when I was on a voice call with my brother, he casually mentioned that the park would be closed starting today and the swimming pool would be drained. After hearing this, none of my classmates dared to jump. And they all ran down the stairs to escape the 10-meter diving platform. Only my childhood friend and my best friend didn't believe me, insisting on jumping into the water. I was closer to Lu Sichuan, so I immediately grabbed him tightly, stopping him from jumping. My best friend Xiaoqian jumped without hesitation. With a scream and the sound of a body hitting the ground, my best friend was severely injured and died despite rescue efforts. I shook my head. I don't know if it's right. I've never jumped myself. The closed water park was shrouded in darkness. From the 10-meter-high diving platform, it was impossible to tell whether the pool below had water or not. Xiaoqian's eyes suddenly reddened, and she looked toward Lu Sichuan for help. Lu Sichuan is not just a childhood friend, he is also my fiancé. Lu Sichuan stared at me with annoyance. You got into a 985 university. But Xiaoqian got into Tsinghua and Peking University. Your IQ can't compare to Xiaoqian's, so just go along with what she says. After he finished speaking, he swept his gaze across the whole class with a warning look. I have nothing to say. I can't be bothered to argue. Ah, yes. Yes, yes. Scoring high on the college entrance exam and knowing common life sense are two different things. Zhao Xiaoqian loves watching all kinds of action movies, where the protagonist often escapes by jumping from a tall building into a swimming pool. The short videos she usually watches are also about extreme cliff diving in the wild. So she assumed that ordinary people wouldn't get hurt from diving in real life. I turned and left. But as soon as I took a few steps, I was caught up and tightly grabbed by two male classmates. I demanded sharply, "What are you doing?" Lu Sichuan gave me a cold glance. The entire class is having a group activity, and everyone must be present. I was taken aback, only then remembering the words Lu Sichuan had said to me before I died. He and Zhao Xiaoqian had long been secretly involved, locking lips thousands of times. But he didn't want Zhao Xiaoqian to bear the blame alone for stealing the spotlight and snatching my fiancé. He was supposed to publicly break up with me and call off the engagement here. Then do a synchronized dive with Zhao Xiaoqian to confess his feelings and confirm their relationship. Lu Sichuan secretly gave each classmate 10,000 yuan to cooperate, making everyone shout may they love each other forever while diving. Only I was kept in the dark. In my past life, I ruined Lu Sichuan's breakup confession plan by pointing out that the swimming pool had no water. Now, a male classmate has accepted his money and is following his orders. Lu Sichuan, tell them to let go, I'll stay here. The two male classmates, receiving a signal from Lu Sichuan, released me. Zhao Xiaoqian spoke in a coquettish voice, "Shiyue, didn't you say you've never tried it yourself? Then today, why don't you demonstrate and jump in?" I sneered, "You're the one who suggested the dive, so why should I be the one to demonstrate?" I forced myself to suppress the panic welling up inside, gripping the stainless steel railing tightly. The male classmates, under Lu Sichuan's orders, had already blocked the stairway exit. There was no water in the swimming pool. Only hard tile flooring. Jumping down would mean certain death or severe injury. Lu Sichuan looked at Zhao Xiaoqian with concern and scolded me. "You're her best friend, how can you speak to her in that tone?" The tender glance exchanged between them was so obvious. In my past life, I was blind enough to believe his words that he loved me and would marry me according to the engagement. Looking back now, when he brought me breakfast, he also sent one to Zhao Xiaoqian. It was him who brought me breakfast every day, who accompanied me home on weekends and holidays, and who insisted on sticking with my family for trips every winter and summer break. Lu Sichuan, since you've been putting off breaking up, I'll be the one to say it first. Lu Sichuan, let's break up, I don't like you. Let me go. Tomorrow, I'll bring my parents to your house to call off the engagement. After the breakup, there's no need for Lu Sichuan to force me to stay. Lu Sichuan was stunned, disbelief flickering in his eyes. Do you have a new flame? What? He's crazy. I kept my expression calm. No. It's just that our personalities and values don't match. But Zhao Xiaoqian blatantly lied, "Shiyue has been secretly seeing some shady guy. But I don't know who it is." During my sophomore year of high school, Zhao Xiaoqian's mother was in a car accident. I covered all her medical expenses, which came to 300,000 yuan. And told her she didn't need to pay me back. Yet she slandered me and stole my fiancé. My face turned pale with rage. I'm always with the two of you, busy with schoolwork. How could I possibly have time to date anyone else? Some male classmates were laughing, eager to stir up trouble. It seems Lin Shiyue is terrified of diving. Force her to dive, and she'll confess who her lover is. Judging by Lin Shiyue's face, it's obvious she's not a proper person, fickle and promiscuous. Someone pulled out a photo to show. In it, I was disheveled, arm in arm with a man. Only the back of his head visible. This photo was taken outside a hotel near the school. I snapped it secretly. Right, that day was this year's Labor Day. A few of us saw it from a distance. My mind exploded. Fake, it's definitely an AI-generated image. That's not me. In my past life, if I hadn't said the swimming pool was drained and stopped them from jumping in, they would have died long ago. I never expected these classmates to harbor such deep malice toward me. Spreading rumors about me. Lu Sichuan's face grew even darker. He stepped forward, forcefully pried my hands apart, and dragged me to the edge of the diving platform. The wind howled past my ears. I glanced behind me. And the 10-meter height made my legs go weak. My wrist was gripped so tightly by him that it hurt. Lu Sichuan's face was twisted with rage. Tell me, are you cheating on me? Thinking about how Lu Sichuan had stabbed me 999 times in my past life, driven by madness and obsession. I knew he would really push me off. Cold sweat soaked through the back of my shirt. I gritted my teeth and said, the person in the photo isn't me, most of her face is covered by the hat. Lu Sichuan pushed me backward. My heels half dangling off the edge of the diving board. Lu Sichuan said, you're lying. The woman in the photo has your bag, your hat, and your clothes, the ones you usually like to wear. I can recognize them. I stared hard at that photo on my classmate's phone, noticing the telltale signs. The necklace that woman is wearing is the same style Zhao Xiaoqian always wears. A flicker of panic flashed in Zhao Xiaoqian's eyes. Shuriwe, you said you liked that bracelet. And I gave it to you a month before Labor Day. Lu Sichuan's face turned even uglier. How dare you slander Xiaoqian? Apologize. It seems without solid evidence, no matter what I say, Lu Sichuan won't believe me. In a flash of inspiration, tears burst forth instantly. I was forced. Lu Sichuan, your best friend had a secret crush on me, drugged me. And then. Sob. I've been in agony ever since, which is why I bombed the exam and barely got into a 985 university. Sunny Hao, who had been watching coldly from the sidelines, was utterly shocked. Sichuan, I absolutely have no designs on your fiancé. I cried bitterly, aggrieved. And said, Sunny Hao, you took advantage and then turned your back on me. That day in bed, I saw with my own eyes that you have a mole on the inner side of your left thigh. Sunny Hao's eyes widened, and he was too shocked to speak. When I was little, my mom took me to sign up for swimming lessons. I heard the swimming coach gushing over Sunny Hao's skills, so I looked over and memorized that mole. Lu Sichuan furrowed his brow at this, as if something had occurred to him. Someone pulled down his pants. All the classmates were bribed by Lu Sichuan's 10,000 yuan. They completely ignored Sunny Hao's struggles, and his pants were pulled down in an instant. Sure enough, there was a mole. Lu Sichuan suddenly stepped back a few paces. Then let go of the hand that was pulling me. I managed to step away from the edge of the diving platform. Zhao Xiaoqian was dissatisfied that the long-awaited confession never came. All right. This farce ends here. She hinted that Lu Sichuan should make a public confession. I quietly breathed a sigh of relief, but still sobbed. The truth has been revealed, tearing open the cracks in my heart right here on the spot. I'm so heartbroken. I just want to leave this place alone. Lu Sichuan ignored my words. He suddenly turned to Sunny Hao and said, since Lin Shuyue's body is already tainted, my good brother, I'll grant your wish. Let her be your girlfriend. What kind of garbage, animal-like thinking is that? I'm so furious. After the facade was torn apart, Lu Sichuan stared at me as if I were a piece of trash. Sunny Hao nodded with a vengeful, wicked grin and pulled me into an embrace. I feel nauseous, with goosebumps all over my body. Seeing this, the classmates gathered around us, making a ruckus. You two, one is the school heartthrob, the other the class beauty. Handsome guy and pretty girl, you make a perfect match, kiss, kiss. Some classmates even raised their phones to take videos. Lu Sichuan said casually, kiss him, what are you waiting for? I gritted my teeth and said, after I kiss him, I'm leaving this place. Sunny Hao waited quietly for me to make a move. I leaned over and gave Sunny Hao's cheek a quick, light peck. I quickly whispered a sentence into Sunny Hao's ear. Sunny Hao's body stiffened for a moment. He said to everyone, I can't wait to go get a room with my new girlfriend. So I'd like to leave first. This uproar successfully led to Lu Sichuan breaking up with me. He preserved his and Zhao Xiaoqian's reputation, achieving his goal. Lu Sichuan nodded with satisfaction. Get lost, then. The classmates blocking the stairway made way. The next second, Lu Sichuan spoke again. Lin Shuyue, wait, don't go, don't forget, tomorrow you will personally bring your parents to my house to call off the engagement. The cancellation is entirely because of you, not my fault. I didn't look back and said decisively, I will. Who would still want to marry such trash? Only Zhao Xiaoqian would. I sprinted down the stairs. Behind me, Zhao Xiaoqian's voice rang out. Everyone, follow my diving posture. Lu Sichuan said, learn it. In 10 minutes. We'll jump together. I'll add another 50,000 for you. Everyone has to jump. 10 minutes later, each classmate was bought off again by the power of money, all ready to dive. The edge of the diving platform had limited space. Only enough for 20 people to stand. They jumped in 2 rounds. Lu Sichuan and Zhao Xiaoqian stood in the center. When I count to 1, Xiaoqian and I will jump first. When I count to 0, you jump immediately. Zhao Xiaoqian's mind was filled with the romantic scene of Jack and Rose standing at the bow of the ship. She smiled sweetly. Zhao Xiaoqian began counting down, 5, 4, 3, 2, but the moment she reached 2, a terrifying and bloody scene suddenly flashed in Zhao Xiaoqian's mind. After she jumped, she would fall, her head smashed and bleeding, turning into a mass of flesh. It turned out there was no water in the swimming pool at all. Zhao Xiaoqian was so startled that she instantly let go of Lu Sichuan's hand, her entire body freezing up. But her mind couldn't change direction in time. And she subconsciously counted down from her mouth. 1. Lu Sichuan jumped down instantly. As he fell, he looked up in shock at Zhao Xiaoqian standing on the edge of the diving platform. Zhao Xiaoqian didn't jump. That confession never made it out loud. 0. Hearing the count of 0. A few impatient students jumped off one after another, like dumplings being dropped into a pot. Some students noticed that Zhao Xiaoqian didn't jump, nor did she. Zhao Xiaoqian and the remaining students stayed at the edge of the diving platform. 3 seconds later, screams and cries of agony erupted all around. Zhao Xiaoqian couldn't believe it, thinking she was hallucinating. Did you hear that? All the classmates turned pale. I heard it. It wasn't the sound of someone falling into water, but the sound of flesh hitting the ground. Oh no, it seems the swimming pool has no water, they're injured. Screaming in misery. Some classmates snapped to attention. Call the police, dial 120, Zhao Xiaoqian, why didn't you jump? Did you do it on purpose, trying to harm everyone, or did you deliberately want to kill the whole class? Zhao Xiaoqian ran frantically down the stairs, shouting that it wasn't intentional. After all the remaining students ran down, they smelled a strong stench of blood. The flashlight from their phones illuminated the gruesome scene at the swimming pool. On the other side, I escaped from the water park. I immediately called my parents to come pick me up and take me home. Behind me, Sunny Hao was closely following me. Hey, what did you mean by that? Did you spy on me while I was showering? I don't want to deal with him. Anyway, in a way, I did help you. I've seen Sunny Hao help elderly people cross the street a few times, and I thought he was a good person. So I chose him. Sunny Hao ran up to me and asked, "Why?" I said, "Knowing your adventurous nature and being Lu Sichuan's good buddy. I bet you'd be the first to jump into the water tonight." Sunny Hao was stunned. That's true. Sunny Hao wanted to ask more, but my parents' car had already stopped in front of me. I opened the car door and got in. As soon as I got in the car, I hugged my mother. Only by smelling my mother's scent did my heart finally settle completely. "Mom, I want to call off the engagement." My mother noticed that my eyes were red and swollen. Clearly I had been crying. "Did that kid bully you?" I nodded and told him everything that happened on the diving platform at the amusement park. The only thing I didn't mention was that I already knew the swimming pool had no water. Dad's face turned pale with anger. "My precious daughter will never be wronged again. This marriage is called off." On the opposite side of the road, an ambulance sped in the opposite direction with its siren wailing sharply. The next day, my parents took me to break off the engagement. As soon as we stepped out of the house, Lu Sichuan's mother rushed over and slapped me. Mom quickly stopped her. Lu Sichuan's mother cursed me out, completely losing her usual elegant lady image. "If it weren't for your cheating, how could my son have been so stimulated that he wanted to jump into the water? It's all your fault, you've completely ruined Sichuan." After she finished scolding, she burst into tears. I wondered, could they have really died together in a suicide pact? Dad's face darkened. "What does jumping into the water have to do with my daughter? He jumped of his own accord." I retorted to Lu Sichuan's mother. Lu Sichuan deliberately slandered me. I was forced to admit to having an affair. Mom got straight to the point. "Since you all despise each other, canceling this marriage is the perfect solution." But Lu Sichuan's mother panicked. "No way, if you cancel it. Who will take care of my paralyzed precious son? A babysitter can never be as attentive as a wife." In her panic, she blurted out her inner thoughts. Just then, the police appeared and interrupted the conversation. "Who is Lin Shiyue?" "The police station has received a report accusing Lin Shiyue of maliciously inducing and deceiving classmates into self-destruction and throwing away their lives. I need to go in for questioning and give a statement." I had a vague idea of who the informant was. Arriving at the police station, it was indeed who I suspected. She had no injuries at all. She actually didn't jump into the water. Zhao Xiaoqian pointed at me, her face burning with righteous indignation. "It's her. She caused 6 classmates to die and 5 to be disabled. But she was the real culprit." The police had mentioned the casualties in the patrol car. Thin classmates all died. Lacking enough fat and muscle to protect their internal organs, their bodies stored in the morgue. The chubby and strong classmates were mostly seriously injured and unconscious. I sneered. "Zhao Xiaoqian, do you have any evidence?" "Talking nonsense." Zhao Xiaoqian remained calm. "I have witnesses." Several classmates behind her chimed in. "That's right, it was Lin Shiyue who called on us to jump into the pool." After Lin Shiyue stepped off the diving platform herself, she secretly activated the valve to drain the swimming pool, because she was jealous that some of us had been admitted to Tsinghua and Peking University. Throughout it all, my expression remained calm. Committing perjury is against the law. I sent a video from my phone to the police. This video recorded everything from Zhao Xiaoqian's proposal to sneak into the water park to the diving, from start to finish. Actually, it was filmed by a classmate hired by Lu Sichuan, intended for him and Zhao Xiaoqian to reminisce about their youthful confession of love in the future. Before his death, Lu Sichuan told me about this matter. In his past life, he was truly devastated by the death of his white moonlight. Before I died, he poured out all the painful thoughts in his heart to me. So I had already contacted that classmate and paid to buy the video. In the video, the one who suggested diving was Zhao Xiaoqian. The one who counted down was Zhao Xiaoqian. The one who let go of Lu Sichuan's hand and then didn't jump was also Zhao Xiaoqian. After watching the video, Lu Sichuan's mother immediately pinned Zhao Xiaoqian down and wildly beat her. "You bitch, you crippled my son, how cruel of you didn't jump yourself, but made my son jump instead." By the time the police pulled her away, Zhao Xiaoqian was bruised and bloodied at the corner of her mouth. Zhao Xiaoqian was immediately detained for spreading rumors. Lu Sichuan's mother smiled ingratiatingly at my parents. "Dear in-laws, you've all seen it. I was deceived by an evildoer. Which is why I misunderstood Shiyue. I even held Shiyue when she was little and watched her grow up. I know Shiyue's character well. She is consistently upright, gentle, and kind. Shiyue is a person of deep feelings and loyalty. She loves Sichuan so much. She would never abandon him. My son is from Qingbei, and he's talented. Even without legs, he could make Shiyue happy. As for cheating, it must be a misunderstanding. Shiyue, you're innocent." Lu Sichuan's mother's phone started ringing. She called her husband. Great. Now Sichuan is finally out of danger and awake. Is he insisting on seeing Shiyue? After Lu Sichuan's mother hung up the phone, "Shiyue, you heard that, can you go see him?" Mom took my arm. "If you don't want to go, don't force yourself." I said, "Mom. It's okay. I want to see him one last time. Of course I have to go see his miserable state, outside the hospital ward." My parents were waiting for me. Lu Sichuan's parents were also waiting outside. I pushed open the door and walked into Lu Sichuan's hospital room. His body was covered in tubes. Seeing me, he became somewhat agitated, and even the ECG readings suddenly fluctuated. "Shiyue. It's my fault for misjudging people. I'm sorry." Zhao Xiaoqian must have known the pool was empty, so she let go of my hand and didn't jump in. "I had a beautiful dream while I was unconscious. In the dream, we lived a happy life and I gave you a grand wedding. You gave birth to a lovely and beautiful daughter for me. You love me so much, please don't leave me, okay, in this lifetime. I'll give you another son. You said you wanted both a son and a daughter to complete the word good. Faking deep affection is just disgusting." I openly eyed his severed leg, sneered, and every word struck deep into his heart. I will not marry a man with disabled legs. And he is the murderer who killed our mother and daughter with his own hands. That was not a dream. In the past life, you personally held me down and strangled our daughter to death, this time, as you wish. I will no longer save you. You won't have to live in guilt and pain over Zhao Xiaoqian's death every day. Lu Sichuan's breathing suddenly became rapid, unable to believe it. You've also been reborn. Last night, if you had just said the swimming pool water had been drained, I would have believed you. How ridiculous, in my past life, I did say it. Did he believe me? He didn't believe it and insisted on jumping. I didn't answer him. Last night is over. Take good care of your injuries, maybe you'll recover before the semester starts. I wonder if Qingbei University has any public facilities for the disabled. I'm heading off on a trip to enjoy my summer break. That's enough talk. There's no need to continue. I turned around and opened the hospital room door. Inside the ward, Lu Sichuan realized that he had once had a chance to avoid becoming disabled. He completely broke down, screaming hysterically at my retreating figure. You've been reborn, so why didn't you save me, vicious woman? How can you be so cruel? The classmates who jumped with you are innocent. I won't let you off. You and your brother will be disgraced. Behind me came the sound of water bottles and debris hitting the ground. I didn't look back. Mom, Dad, let's go. Lu Sichuan seems to have gone crazy. I can't understand what he's saying. Having experienced what happened in the previous life, I only know that as a person one should try not to interfere in the karma of others, otherwise it will bring disaster upon oneself. Besides, I already saved those classmates once in my past life. So I don't owe them anything. After leaving the hospital, Dad promptly instructed his secretary to release a news announcement, declaring the cancellation of the engagement between the Lin Group and the Lu Corporation. Upon hearing the news, my runaway brother stopped sulking with our parents and drove his sports car back home. "Sis, what's going on at home? It's fine. I need to thank my brother for casually saying something that saved my life." My brother looked utterly confused. I explained. "The day before yesterday, when we were chatting on voice, you casually mentioned that the water in the amusement park's swimming pool would be drained, so I didn't jump in. Brother, because of this, Lu Sichuan might retaliate against us." My brother patted my head and said, "Don't be afraid, big brother. I'll quit my part-time job to protect you." The next day, Lu Sichuan released a video. The video immediately shot to the top of the trending searches. In the video, Lu Sichuan tearfully recounted alongside his severely injured classmates. "I clearly knew from my brother that the swimming pool had no water, yet I kept my mouth shut, completely disregarding the lives of my classmates. The comments were all cursing me. Lin Shiyue is a demon. The university that admitted her should issue a statement rejecting her enrollment. She's definitely jealous of some classmates who got into Tsinghua and Peking University, while she was only admitted to a 985 university, so she wants to ruin their future. Lin Shiyue should go to hell, never to be reincarnated." The trending topic caused the family company's stock price to drop. The admissions office of the voluntary school that accepted me contacted me directly on that day, saying that my admission was cancelled and I would never be admitted, and that I should not report to the school in September. Lu Sichuan deliberately called me. "This is the price you pay for not saving me. No school will accept a vicious student like you. Fresh out of the college entrance exam." I burst into laughter. "You're too naive. I have plenty of backup plans. With my family's resources, I can easily study abroad. With my grades, I can apply to top-tier overseas schools." My brother and I then fought back against this trending topic. We briefly posted a video. First, when the water park was closed for business, it posted closure announcements on various self-media platforms, telling tourists not to come anymore. At the water park, closure notices were posted all around. If none of you knew the swimming pool was closed and drained, how could my sister possibly know? As an older brother, I don't have the habit of discussing work matters with my sister, who is preparing for the college entrance exam. This incident was your fault. First you trespassed and jumped into the water after dark, playing with your own lives. Your moral standards are low. More importantly, I actually recorded the conversation at the hospital that day. I edited it out and put it in the video. A recording of Lu Sichuan completely breaking down, screaming hysterically at my retreating figure. "You've been reborn, so why didn't you save me? Mom, Dad, let's go." Lu Sichuan seems to have gone crazy. I can't understand what he's saying. Public opinion instantly reversed. "What rebirth? Do you think this is a novel? Lu Sichuan must be mentally ill, right? It seems he falsely accused someone of knowing the swimming pool had no water." Exactly. They were seriously injured and felt unbalanced, so they wanted to drag someone down with them. They picked a girl who looked easy to bully. No way. If he really had been reborn, he'd still jump into the water like an idiot. A reborn fool is still a fool. After the clarification, my family's company stock price rose, while Lu Sichuan's family's company fell. Failing to retaliate against me, Lu Sichuan's pent-up resentment had nowhere to go. He shifted his target to Zhao Shaoqian. On this day, Zhao Shaoqian was released by the police station. On her way home, a man covered her mouth and dragged her into a deep, deserted alley with no surveillance. Zhao Xiaoqian struggled desperately. It was the parents of the classmates who were either dead or seriously injured. Vile woman, why won't you jump? All the parents were filled with overwhelming hatred. Each person took turns striking Zhao Xiaoqian's legs. Help! Zhao Xiaoqian's face turned pale from the pain. And her cries for help grew faint and hoarse. She collapsed on the ground and caught a glimpse of someone sitting in a wheelchair in the distance. When she made out the person's face, she desperately shouted in that direction. Sichuan, save me, but to her despair, Lu Sichuan only looked down at her suffering from a distance, uttering cruel words. I can't save you, because these parents were gathered by might was my idea. Lu Sichuan grabbed Zhao Xiaoqian's face, his eyes bloodshot. In your past life, you died outright. Suffering no pain at all. I've endured both physical and mental torment in 2 lifetimes. Zhao Xiaoqian was extremely terrified. Does the news mean your rebirth is real? You're not crazy, that memory of mine wasn't a prophetic dream. I really didn't mean to, it's just that when I counted to 2, a memory surfaced in my mind, stopping me from jumping down. Zhao Xiaoqian's legs were already mangled and bloody, paralysis unavoidable. Begging for mercy non-stop. Don't kill her. Lu Sichuan slapped Zhao Xiaoqian across the face. You don't deserve to die, we won't let you die, instead. We'll make you live in agony in this world. Zhao Xiaoqian dragged her broken body and crawled back to her home using only her hands. The house turned into a garbage dump. During the few days Zhao Xiaoqian spent in the detention center, her wrongfully accused parents had already stormed her home in chaos, smashing the furniture. Zhao Xiaoqian's grandmother, who relied on her for support, suffered a heart attack from the shock and died at home. My parents helped me find information about foreign universities and told me to submit my applications. I received an admission letter from a top-tier university abroad, the University of Sydney. Summer vacation is over. And I'm going abroad to study. My brother drove me to the airport. Bro, there's been a suspicious black car following us the whole way. When we reached the cliffside section of the coastal road, that large truck went berserk, trying to force us off the cliff and into the sea. I stuck my head out the car window and saw Lu Sichuan sitting in the driver's seat. He's gone mad, brazenly trying to kill people, but he was plainly paralyzed from the waist down. The car sped toward a sharp turn ahead. Brother! Watch out! A dense flock of seagulls suddenly appeared in the air, blocking the truck driver's view. The car my brother was driving was relatively low and was not affected by the seagulls. The large truck behind me plunged directly into the sea. It wasn't until 2 hours later, when a crane lifted the truck out of the water, that I learned Lu Sichuan had been driving it with a prosthetic limb. By the time it was pulled up, he had long since gone cold. This incident delayed my stay in the country for a few extra days. Fortunately, I could make it in time for the university's orientation day. The sun was shining brightly and the campus was filled with vibrant, energetic faces. My brother urged me, study hard, and after you graduate, come help manage the family business. I nodded solemnly. The storm has passed. And a bright future awaits me.